How many years have you been at Westfield State?
I have been at Westfield State for a little over 20 years now.
And what are your different jobs and the different things that you do on campus?
Well, that could take a while. Let's see. Probably the main duty of my position is to assist the faculty of the communication department with teaching classes in the television studio, making sure the studio equipment is up to snuff and working, getting equipment out and different set pieces or whatever that faculty members may need. Also, I'm in charge of just sort of the backup support for some of the classes as well. I have have hired a group of student workers who are helping out with signing out equipment, keeping track of what goes on in the video editing labs and some of the other production areas that we have around campus. So that's kind of the main support is the communication department. Along with that, I'm also kind of responsible for making sure that whenever something on campus that is happening, an event, concerts, guest speakers, things like that, where they want video coverage, I coordinate to make sure either I cover it myself or again we'll assign one of our student workers to cover that kind of a thing. Also do a lot of work with other classes on campus too in doing some video support. And probably the one that has been keeping me most busy of late anyway is we operate Westfield's community programming access cable channel from the campus. And so I'm responsible for some of the program content, the scheduling, making sure that there's coverage for some of the government meetings that happen at City Hall, which right now are city council meetings, planning board meetings, and school committee meetings. Either again I cover it myself or I have students who cover those kinds of things too. So there's just a lot of different things going on in the video world here at Westfield.
What would you say is your favorite part about all that?
Probably getting the opportunity to work with the students here at the university. One of the programs that we do here is As Schools Match Wits, which is a weekly high school quiz show. And we get students from high schools from all over Western Mass, Northern Connecticut that come in. And we have a student crew that operates the cameras and does many of the control room functions as we're taping those shows, and we operate as a unit. And it's just a real blast to be able to work with students, be able to give them some pointers and watch them grow and learn through the process of this particular show to sort of hone their skills in television production.
Now, do you want to talk a little bit about the TV Club and some of the benefits for students for being a part of that? I know you mentioned a little bit about they get to work on As Schools Match Wits, but all the other stuff that they get to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Schools Match Wits being one of them. Again, this particular year we're producing 31 episodes of that show. But there's also a show called Whip City Weekly that the students produce, and it's kind of a news magazine show featuring stories about things that are happening both on campus and in the city, and just things in general that may affect folks on campus and in the city. And it's totally student produced. It's a lot of pre-production stuff happens where students will go off and videotape news packages on location. They'll write the pieces for broadcast, and then generally about every Thursday afternoon they gather in the studio and put the show together with a full studio anchor set up and camera crew and control room crew. And I take the complete hands-off approach to the show on purpose. I will always sort of be around to offer guidance when necessary, when things are getting set up, but when it comes to the production of the show, pretty much like to let the students kind of do the problem solving and the production work on their own, and that's how you really learn this stuff. And that's one of the beauties of the TV Club here, is that you're really learning as you're doing some pretty fun stuff. But the TV Club also gets involved in a lot of other things too. We have our annual Kiwanis auction, which is a big fundraiser here in Westfield, and we do a live 8-hour broadcast on the public access channel for that. And members of the TV Club are involved in running cameras and things for that show. So it's a great organization, again, for folks to be able to learn and sort of get more practical practice on the equipment, as well as writing and producing, and just getting their skills really built up.